Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Winter Sports Media Day Tour is the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves boys basketball team. Head coach Mike Tartera here. Coach, thanks for being here to preview the season. Why don't you just give us a quick overview? What can we expect out of the Red Wolves this year?
Oh, thanks for having me, Steve. It'll be interesting. I don't really know what to expect 100%. It's kind of like the old days for me. We have a lot more football players this year. And as you probably well know, Coach Martin and the boys are on another epic run. I think they're in the regional finals next week. He and his staff do such a great job. And we have a number of varsity guys that are on that football team. So it's one of those things where it's like you don't know who exactly you're going to have. You're hoping and praying that everybody stays healthy, and you just want to be in the moment with them because those are my guys, and success travels over sports, and they're having a lot of it right now. So I just want to kind of make sure that they get the proper acknowledgement, even though it's preseason hoops and we're having a lot of fun with the guys that we have. They're still very much in the thick of things, and we want to send all our positive vibes that way right now.
Absolutely, yeah. When you're at the small schools, you're kind of at the mercy of, whenever your football team kind of ends. And Kirtland's in the same boat; they get the late start to the season. But you had, I think, 5 all-conference guys last year. 3 of them graduated, so you've got some big shoes to fill. But you do have some talent coming back. I know Maurice McClarty's back. Hopefully, he can step up and fill some of the shoes that his brother left behind. But who are some of the guys that you do count on to have a big year for you?
You're 100% right about Maurice. He's stepping into more of a leadership role this year. I feel like it's time for him to kind of make his own waves and set his own path. And when you're following shoes like Braylon and some of the other teammates that he had, and Cade and Zach and some of the other seniors that we had, it's you just kind of got to do your thing and kind of play to your strengths. Brody Boyert is a guy that played for us at middle school, and he went to Holy Name. He decided to come back to Cuyahoga Heights this year. He's been doing a lot of good and figuring out what we do and how we do it. It's tough because we play a little slower, and we play some zone and we do some different stuff. So it takes a minute to kind of get used to how we teach it and how we adjust our game plan so that we can have as much success as possible. Brody's done a good job. Like I said, with the football guys that were on the team last year, Kyle, Nick, Zach Unger, they're all in the midst of football. Devin Diezik and Curtis Van Divner are both football guys. They've kind of put their bodies on the line this year for football. So we'll see what happens there. And we have a number of other juniors that have been really helping us out at practice in the preseason. And we have a freshman named Drayden Whitlow. He's come in. He's learning things at a quick rate. He doesn't look like a freshman. He doesn't play like a freshman, but he's doing a nice job. Whether he plays JV or varsity or both is still kind of, we're waiting in the air for a number of things to happen.
2 of the best seasons in school history back to back. What did that do to energize your program? You went to the Elite 8 a couple of years ago, 21 wins last year. How did that kind of impact the program?
It's kind of a tough question because it's in the process of impacting the program. The levels all the way down to the travel levels with the youth are energized by, the Red Wolves, and we have our middle school program, or we got our staff down there doing a great job. So it's interesting because the success that you have kind of trickles down, and they want to be like that. Those kids look up to those guys. So, we'll kind of wait and see how it goes. It's tough act to follow. So, to win 20 plus games 2 years in a row, that had never happened once. And we did it 2 years in a row. So, we play in a tough conference, and there's a lot of teams that have people coming back, and with the change. The other thing that's interesting is the new divisions. So there are certain things you don't know what you don't know. So we're kind of waiting on those things. It's like you want to enjoy some of the success, and you want it to kind of turn over into something new, but like the adjustment of the conferences and some of these new kids that are coming back, and the football team back where they where they're extending their season 3, 4, 5 weeks is always makes it a challenge and an interesting road.
When you look at the flip side of that, is the expectations are a little bit higher now. Everyone's going to start expecting those 20-win seasons. How do you get this group of guys to understand that those 2 years, they may have been a part of it, but this year's team is completely different?
I think, one of the reasons why we had some of that success is we took the approach as it was one game at a time, and it was very cliche, but the guys that had the most success on those teams kind of really bought into that. They knew that we could lose to anybody in our conference, anybody on our schedule. They also knew that if we executed and we did things the right way, we could beat anybody. So I think if we, kind of stay the course, the hard part is that the more you're expected to win those things, the more sometimes you have to learn a lesson here or there to kind of reboot. So hopefully we can find a way to limit the negatives and kind of keep the positives rolling. So we'll see. It's we have to see who we have and their mentality, and adjust and teach as best we can and coach them up.
All right, and last one for you is just, what are your expectations this year? What kind of goals do you have for the squad?
I think the first thing is my expectations is to see who we have and if they're ready to go, and the health. It's one of those things where you don't take any one thing for granted. Am I going to have 2 or 3 guys able to play that we were expecting? People that are nursing injuries on the football field, and they could be in this another 2 or 3 weeks, and before they're able to come back and play. And as of right now, we're scheduled to play before Thanksgiving, so it's I don't know what to expect. What I always long-term expectations, I'd like to be healthy and playing our best basketball in February. This year, especially because, being a Division 6 team, you don't know what you don't know about that. So if you're playing your best basketball in February, regardless of the record leading up to that, and everybody's healthy, I think it gives us an opportunity to kind of build on what we've done over the last few years and keep it rolling. If we have to sacrifice a couple of wins here or there over the course of the season to learn some lessons and to kind of develop a perspective, that's fine. I think the long-term goal is to do the best we can in February and hopefully be playing basketball in March.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to preview the season. I wish you and the guys the best of luck this year.
Thanks, Steve. Have a good one. I look forward to seeing you soon.